Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about the SPL, what kind of happened this weekend. We're going to talk about some of the craziest games in my opinion that happened this weekend. We're going to be using the posts on Reddit by MLB Star to help make this easier to follow. If you don't look at his posts on Reddit, he does very good posts. You can back to see them. He posts the entire log and basically the scores, what happened, the score, everything. Really strong post from him. If you guys don't check out his post on Reddit, you guys really should. So let's go ahead and get into the first game. A game that people didn't think was probably going to go this way. We're looking at the... What? Are we? There we go. Now we're looking at it. Trig versus Fnatic. Trig beating out Fnatic 2-0 in this game. Honestly, I think a lot of people thought Trig was going to lose this. Trig losing to Dignitas last week was a big hit to them. They really thought they were the heavy favorites in that game. And so coming into Fnatic, one of the top placing teams at Worlds, I expected Trig, honestly, to lose. I think they're a very strong team, but I thought Fnatic would come out strong. But Trig comes out and beats them 2-0. The main problem in the first game was Xaylia, man. You can't... When Xaylia's on point, man, Xaylia's on point. 7-1-5 on Vamana that you can see here. The Hades pick just not working out for Mania. The Hades pick not working out pretty much at all this last week of SPL, as we're going to see later. With the Divios playing Hades, the creator of Hades. But a very strong play from Xaylia, really all around in both these games. They took it 2-0 against Fnatic. You see here in the second game, once again, Trixtank playing Hercules in both games. He really favors Warrior supports right now. He plays very strongly on them, but I think eventually that's going to hurt them not having Guardian supports on their team. While he's a very strong Warrior support player, Guardians are just better right now in general. Just what they bring to the table in terms of initiation. Now, it works out typically because they put a tanky character elsewhere. In the first game, they have Xaylia and Vamana in the solo lane. That's another tanky front line. In the second game, they have Cuvo Fred on Ymir, and that's another tanky character. So it works out that way. If they don't run that composition, though, where they have another tanky character, I think they're going to find themselves in trouble running a Warrior support. But if they keep running that strategy, it's going to work out plenty fine for them. Trig takes it 2-0 over Fnatic this weekend. Moving on to our next game. This just makes no sense to me, honestly. I want to be honest here. Fnatic beats Titan 2-0. Trig beats Fnatic 2-0, and then Fnatic beats Titan 2-0. How this happens, I don't know, man. I don't make up Europe. Europe makes up itself. Honestly, really strong game by Reels. I have Reels as my hunter on my fantasy league, and there's a reason why. 7-1-8 on Xbalanque. Xbalanque, one of the strongest hunters right now. Even having Ataraxia on his counter pick Cupid, still going 7-1-8 on the Xbalanque. Very strong player from him. One big problem here, I think, I'm gonna say it, is Kanye Life. Kanye Life died too many times in that first game. Yeah, support's not supposed to have kills. Yeah, you're expected to die. But 8 deaths in one game comparatively when everybody else in your team is 3 or below is a lot of deaths, and that's a lot of feeding, which means a lot of kills, which means a lot of stacks for Xbalanque, stuff like that. Just got to be really careful with that, and that's why Ymir is such a scary pick, because you're going into a game knowing you don't have any giveaways, and if you get behind, you can get really, really behind with Ymir. That's hard to come back. Into the second game, really overall great play just by Fnatic in general that game. Real still really taking it with 8-2-4 on Xbalanque again, doing tons of damage. But really overall, I would say better play from the team in the second game. I'm not 100% sure what happened with Titan. I'm not sure if Fnatic just has Titan's number. Last season it was the other way around. Last season everybody said Fnatic was a better team, and then Titan just had their number and kept beating them. But it could be flopped this season, so we're going to have to keep up with Europe and keep watching what's happening over there. But it's definitely a strange scene. Always weird over in Europe. The biggest game of the weekend and the biggest upset we'll probably see this SPL season. Denial takes over TSM in a 2-1 series. Now, if you haven't watched the games, then you're probably going, whoa, how did that happen? And that's pretty much what everybody else was saying during the SPL games. They were going, how is this happening? Denial full of very, very veteran players. Bast previously on Dignitas, Xing previously on Dignitas, Mace to the Face previously on Denial, Shadowcube previously on Dignitas, and Madman Mark always been on the cusp of coming into the pro scene, always kind of bantering around like 5th, 6th place teams kind of thing, really coming in strong with this play this weekend. Madman Mark really carrying the first game on Freya, 8-3-2, getting blinked on Freya, making some very strong plays, very smart decision making from him. And I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed, honestly, by how Divios played this weekend. Divios widely considered one of the strongest players in the SPL period around the world, especially in terms of solo lane, considered probably the number 1 or 2 solo laner in the world. Pick Odin in the first game and just did not go well. 0-3-4, not bringing a whole lot to the table that game. We saw a couple uncharacteristic misplays from TSM that game. It seemed like the communication was just not there for TSM that game, and it did result them in a loss. The second game was taken by TSM. They played much more of their game. Realistically, it was less of them playing their game, and it was more of Gars carrying them to all hell. Gars going 14-1-8. Denial played very well that game. It still was about a 40-minute game, but Gars was just way too big, carried them way too hard. Once again, Divios going 2-8-8 on Hades, a character that he is known for carrying with, known for not dying with, known for soaking up a lot of damage and then dishing out damage. Had a very hard time getting ganked by Xing over in the solo lane over and over again with the Circuit ultimate. Ended up dying a lot that game, but TSM did take it down, and by TSM took it down, I mean Gars basically 1v5 of that game. Looking at the third and final game, we have Denial winning in a explosive fashion in one of the worst stomps we've ever seen in Smite. Could be the worst stomp we've ever seen in the SPL. Honestly, early kills over in the ADC lane, leading to basically an easy gold fairy. It was like a 3-minute gold fairy that they got, and that just snowballed them so far ahead. Divios playing Chang'e and just did not look very comfortable on the character. Gars doing his best on Thor, pretty much his best character, trying to do his best, but the entire team really falling behind early in the early Gold Fury, plus the early kills led to too much experience in Gold in Denial's favor. And Denial played it very well, taking out a lot of towers very early, taking out a Phoenix at like 12 minutes or something crazy, and they went ahead and took that game. That leaves the standings with everybody at 1-1 in North America, except for Enemy, who was 0-2, and Melior Moria, who was 2-0. This upcoming weekend will definitely have a lot of great games for us. And if you don't know, we will be playing TSM this weekend. It should be a great game. We're really excited to go against them, and it should be an awesome time. Thanks guys for watching the video. I plan on doing these SPL recaps every time there's SPL games. I hope you guys enjoyed them. And of course, if you do enjoy them, please subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me on Twitch TV/Runsman. And as always, have a Twitching day, y'all.